Little Wonders of the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida.
You're watching Little Wonders of the Palm Beaches, and this is Gumbo Limbo Nature Center. Hello.
Hi, you must be Gemma.
And you must be Leanne. Nice
yes,
to meet you.
Welcome to Gumbo Limbo. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Me too. So we are standing in one of my favorite places. This is our brand new boardwalk that goes through our coastal hammock forest, and it's over a half-mile of elevated ADA accessible boardwalk that goes through this amazing habitat here.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
This coastal hammock forest is one of only 3 remaining in Palm Beach County.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, most of them have been developed. So what do we find here? We find a lot of things you might find in your backyard, like squirrels, but we also find possum. We have spotted skunks that live here. They're very cute.
I've never seen a skunk before.
They're only this big. They're adorable. They're spotted. They're not like your traditional white tail skunk. We have Florida box turtles that live here. Lots and lots of birds, tons of birds. This is an important migratory stopover when birds are flying south for the winter and then back again north for the summer.
Let's go see some turtles. I'm so excited.
Okay, let's go.
Alrighty.
So Gemma, this is Florida Atlantic University's Marine Biology Lab. And this is really exciting. We're so happy to be able to share our space with FAU. And we have their researchers doing studies here, and they take advantage of our open ocean water that flows right through our nature center. And this is a great opportunity for our visitors to see actual science as it's happening.
So what do they test here?
So we've got a variety of experiments going on, but our most famous one is the sea turtle sex determination study. And it's a big word for saying we're just trying to find out if the hatchlings born on our beaches are boys or girls, males or females. And the interesting thing about sea turtles is the temperature of their nest determines if they're going to be male or female. Crazy, right?
Wow, yeah.
I know. So cooler sands produce more females, warm sands produce more males. An easy way to remember that is hot chicks and cool guys.
Oh. So is it like one nest will have just all females or all males?
Yeah, so well, mostly it's a mix. That's the goal, is to have a mix. And
Okay.
in the last 5 or 6 years, all of our beaches, all of our nests on Boca Raton have been almost 100% female as the sands are getting hotter and hotter and hotter. But last year, finally, 2018, for the first time, we had about 20% of our hatchlings were males. FAU is the only lab in the world that can successfully raise leatherback sea turtle hatchlings. And that's what you're seeing in these tanks right here, the bigger black turtles that are on leashes. And everyone wants to know why are these sea turtles on leashes? Because they are used to being in the open ocean water. They're not used to any boundaries. So by keeping them on a leash, we're keeping them safe. These turtles will be raised here until they're big enough for a tiny little surgery, and we can look inside and see if they're boys or girls. And then they'll be, as soon as they heal, they'll be released back into the ocean. So Gemma, this is our sea turtle rehabilitation facility. It was built in 2010. We treat between 80 and 100 sea turtles here every year, and the goal is to get them in, get them healthy, and get them back out in the ocean as quickly as possible. We never want to keep a turtle here longer than it has to be, but unfortunately by the time they come to us, most of them are already very sick, or they've been injured. They've been hit by a boat or hooked by a fisherman. What we're seeing behind us are 2 of our specialists, and they're getting ready to help a sea turtle by giving it fluids. And hopefully we'll get a chance to see that up close.
And how do you get these turtles? Do people bring them in? Do you go out and look for them?
A variety of ways. So we have our turtle team that's on the beach every morning, and sometimes they'll find a sea turtle that's too weak to swim and washes up on the beach. Sometimes a fisherman will find one on the ocean and call us. And our turtles come from all over the state. We're one of only 7 facilities in the state of Florida that can treat turtles with a disease called fibropapillomatosis. It's a very long word. We abbreviate it by just saying FP, but it's a very contagious disease that causes these turtles to get tumors growing all over their body.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So you treat those here?
We do. We treat the tumors, we remove them, and then we'll keep them here for several months to make sure they're not growing back and that they're healthy enough to release back in the ocean.
Wow.
Gemma, this is one of my most favorite places to be, and these are our aquariums here at Gumbo Limbo, and this is what really sets our nature center apart from all other nature centers here in Palm Beach County. So we have 4 large aquariums, and each one represents part of the story of our local habitat here. So we're standing in front of our mangrove aquarium, And mangroves are just an important piece of the puzzle in our ocean's health, keeping everything healthy. As you can see, all those roots on the mangroves, those act like a nursery, almost like a crib for little tiny fish that we like in our aquariums, fish that we like to eat, and fish that are an important part of our ecosystem. So we have our mangrove tank, and then as we move on, we have our nearshore reef habitat as well, and that represents the fish and the habitat you might see if you went snorkeling right off our beaches here in Palm Beach County. Well, Gemma, now we've seen Gumbo Limbo's boardwalk, you've seen our sea turtle rehab facility, and we've seen our aquariums. Let's go on over to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Leanne, we just got back from the Gumbo Limbo Nature Center. I learned so much. There was so much interesting stuff, but now we're right here where the turtle nesting happens.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on across the street at the Nature Center, but this is where it's at, right here on the beach. Our team at Gumbo Limbo monitors all 5 miles of Boca's beaches for nesting turtles, and we monitor those nests all during their incubation period. And then one of the cutest things is we get to see all those turtle hatchlings when they hatch out of their eggs. And most of them make it to the ocean all on their own, but a lot of them wind up back at Gumbo Limbo, as you saw in our sea turtle rehab facility.
So how do we protect these species?
That's a great question. Thanks for asking. One of the most important things we can do is just let everyone know that we have to share the beaches with our turtles. And as you can see on the beach, all of our turtle nests here are marked with all the information. It's really a once-in-a-lifetime experience to get to see a mama turtle come up on the beach and lay her eggs. It is just truly an amazing experience, and it's an experience we offer at Gumbo Limbo Nature Center.
So Taylor, I heard you guys broke your record for turtle nesting season.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, a few days ago we beat our all-time record for total number of nests on our beaches. As you can see, we have one here, and if you look behind us, you can just see the orange tape going all the way down the beach. As of this morning, we have 1,228 total nests on our beach. So Boca Raton has its own sea turtle conservation program. So me and my colleagues, we monitor 5 miles of Boca Raton's beaches. Every morning, we're looking for any and all turtle activity, which could end up being a nest or what we call a false crawl, which is where the turtle came out of the water for whatever reason, didn't like the conditions, lighting, predators, things like that, didn't nest, and we'll try a different location. But when it does nest, we mark each one and leave ourselves information on each nest so we can actually monitor it every single day when it's close to hatching out and things like that.
This is Turtle Nesting Paradise, and you are watching Little Wonders of the Palm Beaches.